Do you struggle to open up and let others see the real you? Maybe you've been taught to bury your emotions, hide your pain, or stay strong. But what if I told you that vulnerability is not weakness? It's a superpower. Vulnerability is the gateway to connection, healing, and self acceptance. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Mahesha Rice, and welcome to my channel where I help adoptees, foster care survivors, and anyone on their healing journey process deep emotions, release all wounds, and embrace their strength and worth. Growing up, my life was full of trauma. As an adoptee, I carried deep pain from feeling disconnected from my biological family and enduring hardships within my adoptive family. I was vulnerable in some areas of my life, like sharing my emotions with my friends, teachers, or trusted adults. But I kept the darkest parts of my story, the abuse I went through, buried for a long time. It wasn't until I allowed myself to be truly vulnerable about my pain that the real healing began. Vulnerability helped me release years of built up emotions, build deeper connections, and embrace who I am. Through tools like EFT tapping, I learned that being vulnerable is not a weakness, it's the strongest, most courageous thing we can do. So today we're focusing on embracing vulnerability so we can heal. This session will help you release the fear of being vulnerable, honor your emotions, and invite in the courage to open up and connect. So before we begin, I'd like you to tune into this topic. Think about how comfortable you feel being vulnerable. How strong is your fear or discomfort around vulnerability? On a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 feels overwhelming and 0 feels at peace, what number best describes how you are feeling? Take a mental note of this number. You might also want to turn subtitles on before we start tapping. As we go through this session, tap along with me and repeat each phrase out loud if possible. This helps deepen the emotional release and connection to the process. Now let's start by taking a long inhale. And exhale. Even though I'm scared to be vulnerable, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though being vulnerable feels unsafe and scary, I honor my feelings and where I am right now. Even though I fear being judged or hurt if I open up, I choose to show myself compassion and love. I feel so scared to be vulnerable. It feels unsafe to let others see the real me. I've been taught to hide my pain and stay strong. Vulnerability makes me feel exposed and weak. I'm afraid that if I open up, I'll be judged or rejected. It feels easier to keep my emotions buried. I worry that if I share my struggles, I'll be misunderstood. I feel like I have to protect myself by hiding my truth. I feel stuck in this fear of being vulnerable. It's hard to imagine letting my guard down. This fear makes me feel isolated and disconnected. I've carried this belief for so long and it feels heavy. I'm scared to trust others with my emotions. I worry that being vulnerable will make me feel worse. This fear of opening up feels overwhelming. I don't know how to release this fear and let go. I honor these fears and the pain they represent. I release the belief that vulnerability is a weakness. I let go of the idea that I have to hide to stay safe. I choose to believe that being vulnerable is courageous. I release the fear of being judged for sharing my emotions. I allow myself to feel safe being open and authentic. I create space in my heart for connection and trust. I trust that I can be vulnerable without losing myself. I honor my journey and the strength it's given me. I choose to see vulnerability as a gateway to healing. I allow myself to embrace my emotions without fear. I trust that I can share my truth and still feel safe. I choose to release the shame I feel about my struggles. I trust that being vulnerable brings me closer to others. I am free to open my heart and share my story. I embrace the courage it takes to be honest and real. I'm worthy of love and connection just as I am. I release the belief that I have to be perfect to be loved. I honor the strength it takes to share my emotions. I trust that vulnerability is my greatest strength. I create space for self acceptance and compassion. I am free to connect deeply with myself and others. I choose to embrace my truth with confidence and pride. I welcome the freedom to live authentically and openly. Take a long inhale and exhale. Now tune back into those feelings about vulnerability. How strong is your fear or discomfort now? On a scale of 0 to 10, where do you stand? Notice if the intensity has shifted. You might need to come back and do this session a few times. Comment below and let me know how this tapping session helped you. I would love to hear about your experience. Thank you for tapping with me and taking this time for your own healing. Remember, healing is a journey, and every step forward is a step towards freedom and self love. If you'd like to work with me one to one, please visit my website at mahesharice.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It helps me reach a wider audience, allowing me to serve and support more people on their healing journey. If this session resonated with you and you have another topic you'd like me to cover in a future video, I'd love to hear your suggestions in the comments below. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and light.